be calling you a radical. First off, call out to this incredible comeback of Weber State football. Oh, was that impressive? And then we're going to talk Rashid Shaheed. You know, so Carr's going to play, it looks like, maybe. I think they'll probably platoon all three quarterbacks. I say start the Pocatello kid. You know, I mean, that dude's amazing. I love that guy. You know, he's from Pocatello. You know, you ever seen a guy that plays, not since what, maybe Newt Rockney or, you know, Sid Luckman? He plays, I mean, my God. He plays quarterback, he plays tailback, he plays tight end, he plays wide receiver, put him in a linebacker. I mean, so that's got to be, me and Kev talked about it. I'm like, we ran it through, talked about some of the great comebacks and some of the incredible games. It's got to be the greatest comeback in Weber State football history. It's got to be, at least since they've been here. And so, in my life anyway, and I've been here since 1963 at this stadium. So, that defense, and call out to Winston Reed. The next Rashid Shaheed. He's got over 50 tackles. Over 50 already. And in 5 games. He on pace to break the all-time record? Yep. The all-time record for one game, I think, is Maxwell Anderson. I think that was that San Diego State game. I did the call on that game. Rashid Shaheed today, you know, the Phantom flags I keep throwing. Call it Abraham Williams. He's getting there. He's getting there. You know, this is a work in process. You know, I always thought they'd move him to wide receiver, but he's learning DB. But he's got so much speed and so much talent and so much strength, you got to have him on the field. No one will kick to him, and every time they do kick, it's the Phantom flag. They did the same thing to Rashid. Phantom flag. Rashid running my back on his birthday in San Diego. I'm like, won the game, 7-6. I says, he's gone to Tijuana. Phantom flag. Weber State football gets no love, no respect from the NFL. Rashid Shaheed's probably the most dynamic, electric player in the NFL. Undrafted, making 5% of what his contemporaries are making, if there are any contemporaries. Opeta, undrafted, just broke the bar at the pro day by, I think, 7 or 8 reps. Jonah Williams, Rams, undrafted. I mean, TJ so far off. Cooper Kupp, look where he went in the fucking draft. I mean, no love for the big sky when they're all that. This conference is all that. So, Rashid today, I predict he runs his first kickoff back for a touchdown. Some guy was telling me, well, Rashid's got to take the fair catch on the kickoff, blah, blah. I says, oh, maybe he should have fair caught that freaking punt, too. Number one, it's all about the money in the NFL, these greedy-ass owners, right? Why is he not playing? I'll tell you why he's not playing. They threw to him twice. He leads the league in yards per catch, leads the league in catches per attempts. I never saw him drop the ball here. Never. Fastest guy. Oh, by then some. The new Bob Hayes. But got hands like freaking Jerry Rice. And I never seen a player like this, and I knew it the whole fucking time. You go by Rashad or Rashid was the, I mean, I said first name because I like to call him Rocket Rashad and Rocket Rashid, you know, Rashad, you know, when he was really first got here. And of course, he straightened me out on that, didn't he? So, I predict he runs his first kickoff back for touchdown today. And here's why they're not playing him. He signed that 2-year deal. He had to. He had no fucking choice. It's a miracle. He's standing right there. The spring game after the torn ACL, you know, and everybody covered that up and didn't get to go to the combine. If he went to the combine, he'd be in the top 5 picks in the NFL. Well, maybe. You know, they collude against this league. So, I'm like, who's your, you got an, yeah, he told me who the agent was, blah, 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 blah. Well, what's he saying? Nobody's really in. What? What do you mean nobody's interested? And then he says, he later, it comes up that he's got an opportunity to possibly make the practice squad at the Saints. I'm like, he was the last player to make the practice squad. Last player to make the practice squad. I mean, I talked to several people that talked to him that day. He said he was so choked up. I can imagine. So they signed him to a 2-year deal for, chump change. He had to sign the deal. He didn't have no money. He had to. I mean, pure survival. And he did, but $850,000 a year for 2 years, non-guaranteed. Well, he's a free agent this year. He'll be the hottest free agent in the league, I'm here to tell you. Not just because of his catches. He should be an every down wide receiver. You know what he could do in the NFL? Oh, he'd shatter records. He'll be the hottest free agent here. So why are they not playing him? Because I think the Saints most likely. Here, the thing in professional athletics and professional sports, you have certain owners that just, they got so much money, they're so sick, they're so narcissistic freak. Jerry Jones is a perfect example. He's looking at every contract all the time, blah, 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 this. They're not looking at winning. They want to win, but what tops win is their bottom line. I mean, and they're multi-billionaires already. It's never enough for these sickos. And they're narcissistics hands-on. That's why, fuck, the Cowboys haven't been in the championship game since 19 fucking... We love the Cowboys. I love the fucking Commander. Oh, Commanders. Isn't that fucking... Oh, fuck. That's as bad as the fucking Guardians. Oh, my God. So... Can't you come up with something better than that? Every time he gets a touchdown, he's so electric. He electrifies fans. I mean, young fans are so turned on by this guy. It's unbelievable. They're like, he shows up on every... Because let me tell you how young fans, kids watch sports. Because my 2 grandsons who personally know Rashid personally, they love him. They got to be friends with him here because he would take the time and visit with them, blah, blah, blah. And they watch the NFL clips, the clips. They don't sit around and watch a whole game. They watch the clips of these certain stars, and he's everywhere now. And they're like, he electrifies fans. He did here. I mean, I'm like, So every time he gets a touchdown or every time that contract negotiation goes up. I'm sure the Saints want to resign him. Why wouldn't they? Carter Rashid. Carr's got the hurt shoulder today. He's questionable, but he'll probably play. So I don't think there's going to be deep balls thrown to him, but I imagine they'll bring Winston in. Winston might trick you with a long bomb, but, Rashid, they don't throw to him. Well, they don't even play. So he wins the game in game 1 on the pass because Derek Carr believes him. Derek Carr had a politic. I don't know who's calling the plays in New Orleans, but Derek Carr, the veteran, in the old days, the quarterbacks called all the plays. There wasn't this headset shit. The quarterbacks called the plays in the old days. In the huddle. Derek Carr overrode him, says, no, I want Rashid to... I mean, they weren't going to go to him. I don't like this coach at all at New Orleans. I can't stand him, to be honest with you. Another guy says, he'll be coach of the year. I said, you want to... And so he won the game on that pass, and he was smart enough to step out of sight. He could have scored, but they would have left time on the clock, They have a 2-point burst, 8-point lead. He did it again the second game. Won the game at late for him. So what do they do the third game? They're up 70-0 because of him and, his punt return. The first 2 games, down the stretch in the fourth quarter, Rashid gets the big catches to win the game. Game over. Carter Rashid. He was on the bench. Again, degenerate America. There's certain franchises that cannot fucking win. There's certain, we know, right? Utah Jazz. They can't win anything ever. And Saints, there he is.
Good morning.
God, I like those new boots you got. I got me some new ones. God, those things are nice. Good walkers, right?
That's for winter when the snow is about that deep.
We're going to get a big winter this year?
I hope so.
Me too. Well,
Over by those air vents.
yeah.
2 does and 5 fawns. Standing there watching me like, what the hell are you doing up here?
How long till they get hit by a car? Yeah, I see a lot of deer up here.
Look back in the old press.
Yeah, they ain't
I
got
got
much
a-
of a chance.
I got a picture of him.
Nice.
Send that to my grandkids.
I saw a bobcat on the field one day, for real.
Wow.
On the field, but that was, what, many years ago.
Uh-huh.
So there was a wildcat running around on Wildcat Field.
Yeah.
So, I don't know, they ain't got much of a chance with all these cars.
That's right.
Dodging bullets all the time. Well, it cooled off this morning.
Yeah.
I expect to see a little trace of snow across the top there, but not. Maybe tonight.
That's right.
It's been cold tonight.
Last week there was some up there a couple of different days.
I saw that.
The point with the towers on them
It's mighty Mount Ogden.
was white.
Yeah, I saw that.
We need the snow.
Yeah,
we
we
need the
do.
water.
You ain't kidding. All the politicians showed up. They said they're going to save the Great Salt Lake. When they show up, you know the drought's over.
Yeah.
That's how I knew it was over. They ignored it for 10 years, the drought. Like, what are you talking about? And then they show up and get some money through the taxpayers, and they're going to come save the Great Salt Lake. Okay. All right, sure you are.
I got pretty interested in it when folks down at the Capitol said, we're going to take some of that irrigation water that comes across from over by the north side of Willard Bay. The one that comes down out of the Healthy Lake over the hill.
Oh, okay.
I can't think of the name of it.
The Bear River.
Yeah, Bear Lake. We're going to take that irrigation water from the farmers to put into the lake. I said, well, I'll tell you what, I'll bet you $1 before that happens, the farmers is going to have a judge talk to the politicians. Water rights.
They're a big deal around here.
You're damn right.
I grew up in West Freeman on a big farm, so that water rights is people will kill each other over water rights.
That's right.
They've been fighting over water rights in this state our whole lives.
I grew up in Colorado on a farm. Every head gate that let water out of the canal had a chain padlock on it. Damn right.
Yeah, so the politicians are going to save us. They always do, right?
And the water shortage over there, my dad could take a field that had some little bumps in it and some hillsides. And he could get that water to, I swear to God, run uphill.
He was a master, huh?
He was a master at using
guys,
that water. He
those
never
old
let
craftsmen knew their shit, didn't they?
Drop never went to waste.
Yeah, those guys knew what they were doing, boy.
He used to go to cow camp about every 2 weeks in the summertime, move cattle, and had a permit for 190 head, and I'd have to move them around. Well, he said, tell you what, my sister and I take a couple of horses, go ride with him, Let me tell you, kid, something. You ever get lost, don't worry. Wrap the reins around the saddle horn,
Lead you home.
kick him in the ribs. He'll take you back to camp because he hasn't forgotten where he got the last bucket of oats.
Right. It's like these people with their dogs over here. I tell them, quit feeding your dog, let the neighbor feed the dog. They're going to the neighbor. Same with us. Same with us. If she, somebody quits feeding us, we're moving on to somebody else that's going to feed us.
That's right. Yeah.
How old are you now? You getting up there?
Me?
Yeah.
I'm 86.
Oh God, you're a young one. I'm 63. I just had open heart surgery.
I just had a car wreck
What?
about a month ago. A guy down on Riverdale Road shot the red light, broadsided me, T-boned me, and totaled my car.
That road is scary, right? You know they drive on that road.
Oh. He spun my car completely around. I came out of that side street there by there's a hamburger place on the north, and it was the entrance into that big department store that's closed now.
Oh.
Okay. Well, he hit my car right back here by the left-hand rear door. And the whole ass end got moved about 2 feet to the right. Spun me around, and I was going backward now. Right up that driveway, there's the parts store. Shopco parking lot.
Yeah.
But there's that parts store on the corner there.
Yeah, yeah.
He shot me right up that driveway by that parts store. And when that car was going backward, it threw me forward onto the steering column.
No airbag went off?
No airbag because he hit over here.
Yeah, right.
He didn't hit the front.
Yeah, that makes sense.
The 4 bags over the doors all came out, but the one in the steering column did not. And I landed on the steering column, cracked my sternum.
Holy shit. Well, you know how that healing is. I had mine split open. That takes a long time to heal that thing up.
Yeah.
So you're healing good?
I'm doing pretty good now.
You look like you're getting along.
I had
how long ago was that?
7th of August.
So not very long ago. So you're still healing. Yeah. I had open heart surgery in January. Pulled my heart out for the second. I've been fighting leukemia. So anyway, so I got a pacemaker now. So I walk every day now here. And I've got my routine, but I'm doing good. I'm coming back. The chemo took out my valve. I had that heavy chemo because I have leukemia so bad at LDS, and so here's a Hail Mary. So I let them guinea pig me, and they chemoed the hell out of me, and it took out the cancer, but took out everything else. Yeah. Teeth, gallbladder, heart valve, twice. Yeah. So, but I'm happy to be alive. I mean, count your blessings, right?
I went to see my cardiologist a week ago Monday. She said, "Ted, your blood pressure is almost identical to an 18-year-old.
You're one of those. You're like George Burns.
And she said, how far do you walk? I said, 3.2 miles a day. And she says, I gave her my record, my daily record, 12 sheets. On the bottom of the front sheet, I totaled how many miles I've walked since the 1st of January. 588 miles.
Oh, that's a good one. That's about what I walk a day. I walk 3-4 miles a day every day. Yeah. I have for years.
Well,
That's what my doctor said. He says the only reason you survived that heart attack on that valve and everything, all that walking you do, that heart was so strong, but it was that fake valve in there was clogged up.
Last summer, I was walking. I lived just the other side of Harrison, just behind the apartments.
Oh, okay.
So I come up through the apartments and to Harrison, and then I cross over onto the campus. Well, I was walking around the south side of the pond, the duck pond.
I see you all the time.
And the breeze was always blowing out of the north, but I never felt moisture on my face. Well, I got to feeling like hell. I got my youngest daughter is a professor at Duke University in North Carolina. And she called me that day and she said, "Dad, you don't sound very good." I said, "Well, I don't feel very good." She said, "Well, what's wrong?" I said, "My whole body hurts, everywhere. Every part of my body hurts." You hang up the phone, you call my sister in North Ogden and tell her, get her butt out there. She came out, walked in and said, "What's the matter with you, Dad?" "Well, I just hurt all over." She says, "Well, you look like death warmed over." So she said, "Get in that pickup. I'm going to take you over to the emergency room." Okay, D. They run some tests. Said, "I'm going to put you in emergency care." "For what?" "You've got water on your lungs. You've got a Legionnaire's infection.
Oh, God.
And you've got water on your lungs, and it's affected your blood, and you've now got a sepsis infection in your blood." The doctors said it took half of the night. They were on the internet back east trying to figure out what the hell was wrong with my lungs. Well, they finally told him from the records back east that it was Legionnaire's infection.
Wow.
They said, "Watch him, because the Legionnaire's is deadly."
Yeah.
And that sepsis blood infection is deadly.
That's the number with the big killer in hospitals.
And this guy has got both of them. You better, by God, watch him close. So they kept me for about 10 days. And it took me about 2 months to recover from that.
Heck, you're lucky it didn't kill you. All that walking.
I got a kidney doctor, I got a heart doctor, I got a GP doctor, I got a blood doctor.
Got the whole dream team.
They all said, keep it going. The only reason you survived this is because you were walking, you were exercising, and you had your body strong. Said otherwise, you probably would have been a statistic.
Yeah. I've seen you walking on this campus for years. I've seen you rocking around here because I'm always walking now by the pond.
Yeah.
All right, we'll keep going.
I will.
I'll see you again, you know. I'm
Take
glad that
care.
you made it through it.
Yeah.
When's it going to start snowing? Soon?
Those boots have got
Those are nice.
8 ounces of insulation in them.
Yeah, them are good ones.
Come
Old
up to
school.
there.
I like those.
I've got spikes that I put on the bottom.
So you had the freaking old shoe guy do them, huh?
And take these rubber tips off. And
Oh yeah. Yeah, you're ready.
That pokes right through the ice.
Nice. Yeah, you're prepared.
So it's I put on thermal underwear.
Yeah.
I got wool socks on now.
Yeah, me too.
And
It's that time of year. It's
yeah.
cold.
And away I go.
So what about your diet? You a healthy eater, or you eat whatever the hell you want?
Growing up on the farm, mostly meat and potatoes.
Yeah, that's what I grew up on. I grew up on a ranch. God, I ate so many T-bones growing up, blow your mind. And my dad was a potato farmer. His name was Digger. He was a pretty famous potato farmer.
Yeah.
I ate a lot of them. My mom would can them. We ate them all year. I love those things. Still love them.
Yeah. Yeah, it's
I eat over the hospital every day.
do you?
They got good food over there, and they prepare it, and it's an oncologist that works it. So they oversee it, and it's balanced.
Yeah.
And it's healthy, and it's clean. Because I'm always worried about food poisoning. God, in my health situation, that's the last thing you want to get.
Isn't that the truth? Yeah. Those 4 doctors.
Did you grow up? So you grew up in Colorado?
Yeah.
How old were you when you came here to Ogden?
22.
Oh, so you've been here for a long, long time.
I came in 1960.
That's this year I was born. That was a good year, but
I got my degree in aeronautical engineering at the University of Colorado. I had 2 choices.
Buy a collar Hillfield, huh?
No. Redstone Arsenal in Alabama, they were just starting the space station.
Oh.
And I said, oh shit, I don't want to go to Alabama. The next week, Hill Air Force Base came in to interview. So I jumped onto that, and they made me a job offer, and
Been here ever since.
told my wife, I said, if I go to Alabama, I'm going to regret that my whole life. I said, let's go to Utah. My high school class was 13. And, 10 of us started first grade together. Well, in our school, the senior class always took a weekend in the spring just before graduation. And we'd go to Denver or we'd go to Salt Lake. The year I was a senior, we loaded up 2 vans and we came to Salt Lake. Spent 3 or 4 days in Salt Lake, out to the Great Lake, around, up to Lagoon, and on and on and on.
Yeah, a lot of fun.
But we got to see the countryside, and that's what interested me most.
That's where I grew up. I grew up in West Weaver.
I wanted the mountains. I didn't want that flat country down south.
Yeah, you grew up in Colorado. Yeah. I always say Rocky Mountain High. This ain't Colorado. Yeah, we love the mountains, don't we?
Yeah.
I love them here. It's beautiful.
So that's
all right. Well,
that's how I ended up here.
You're still here,
and I'm still
so
here.
you must have liked it.
Well, I'll tell you, the job I had at the base, designing repairs on airplanes, and after about 4 or 5 months I've been working, my boss called me in and he said, what's your family situation? I said, well, what do you mean? He says, you're married, aren't you? I said, yeah. You have some kids? Yeah, got 2. Why? He said, I'm going to send you down to the University of Southern California for 6 weeks. He said, what the hell for? I said, I just got out of the University of Colorado. He said, I'm going to send you down there to train you to be an accident investigator. And so that happened. I sent my wife and 2 kids back to Colorado to stay with her parents while I was gone. I ended up investigating crashes for 42 years.
I still remember that one that crashed right up there at Hillfield when I was young, right there, the F-16, right there in that guy's backyard.
Yeah.
They had a 35 go down recently.
Yeah.
So, yeah, there's always going to be some crashes, even with these
Right
computer
after-
systems.
But within about 3 months after I started work at Hill in June that year, June of '60, the reserves was flying C-119, and one took off and run into fuel problems. And there's a mound of sand just east of that one house, and that 119 crashed right on that mound of sand just off of the highway.
Yeah, I know where I was at. We used to have keg parties there.
That's the first accident I was involved in. My boss was a farm kid. He hired 5 of us at the same time, same week. 2 of us were farm kids and 3 were city slickers. And farm kid came out of Cameron, Wyoming, and, off of a ranch. He graduated from the University of Wyoming. I graduated from the University of Colorado. I worked 42 years at Hill. A kid from Cameron worked 50 before he retired.
Good career.
And he's back working for a contractor now.
He can't quit.
He said, if I quit, my wife just puts me to work.
Right, right. Well, good luck, man. I'll see you.
Yes, sir.
Keep plugging along. So there you have it. So I walked here for the last, 12 years because I was given 2 months to live for. This is my routine, and then I'm at the hospital. I'm in that hospital so much. You talk about a team of doctors. I'm like him, but I'm young. I got sick at 51. Anyway, it's a long story, given 2 months to live then, and I've been in critical condition basically for 12 years. I'm in a rehab right now. I'm rehabbing from the open heart surgery. I'd be in Vienna right now. So my doctor said, no, you keep your walking routine, your food routine, your goody two-shoe routine. I'm getting tired of being a goody two-shoe, by the way. It really, God. So anyway, go Rashid. Long video, but love to do it. At first, I talked to him over there. You know, he's the honorary degree. He drew that logo, Dr. Hurst, right there. And he, last time I talked to him, he was walking. He was 98 or 99. There you have it. What's the key to survival? Walking. Oh boy. Long video, but it is what it is. Go Rashid today. Stay tuned.